Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have two really big things going on right now in the gaming universe. Number one is we have a brand new PlayStation 5 leak, which is thankfully not a hack, from all the Insomniac stuff, which we will still be kind of covering up a little bit of that on the channel itself, although we did go get yelled at by PlayStation for showing a little 1-second clip of the Marvel's Wolverine screen grab for someone else, so I, once again, apologies for that one. But we have another this one's an actual proper leak, not from Insomniac, in regards now to a huge PlayStation 5 IP that might be coming in the very near future as a remake, and as well something I myself would love to play. Was another really big hack in the overall gaming sphere that's been ongoing too, so we're going to go talk about this, talk about the drama, and of course, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. We also do have the $500 giveaway and the PlayStation 5 Slim giveaway, so make sure you guys are following up the extra additional socials down below for your last minute entries, and of course, make sure you guys are subscribed in case you guys see this video just for a chance to winning, and of course, give me your thoughts and comments all down below. So first and foremost, let's go talk about this really big PlayStation Insider leak, and this one is, I think, one of the bigger news that I would like to go and cover. Where, first and foremost, if you guys have missed it, the original God of War games seem like they actually might be getting some remasters. Now, first, in the very high level, this is a fantastic idea, mainly for me because I don't want to be that guy, and I don't like make you guys go and judge me on Christmas. By the way, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, all of you lovely folks out there. I don't want to be that guy, but I have never really played the original God of War games. Now, I've seen people do like YouTube Let's Plays of it. I always watched it, but I myself never played the originals. But whenever I've always seen them, I'll be honest, it actually seems a lot more cooler than the original current state right now. Like, as of right this second, this God of War, this duology was very good. I really liked it, very enjoyed the game. Haven't done the DLC yet. I want to do that sometime soon. But overall, it was a huge win. It was successful. I liked it. But it was very, very more on the sentimental storytelling daddy vibe, which is also cool. I have no complaints against that. I have no complaints against the story. But usually my mind was always Kratos destroying gods and destroying these huge monsters and everything else. And that was always one thing that was kind of lacking on the God of War games. Now they still had the actual individual gods, etc. Things like the Thors or whatever it might be, Odyssey, etc. But at the same time, I always wanted to go get these huge, massive monsters, these fire breathing dragons or whatever it might be for the mythology lore. And that's what I kind of always assumed the OG God of War games were, where they were just being a roughhouser and going hardcore and saying words I wish I can say without getting demonetized. But right now, according to a new PlayStation rumor, that PlayStation is remastering now the original God of War games, aka the original trilogy for the PlayStation 5. In other words, the 2005 PS2 game God of War, the 2007 PS2 game God of War 2, and the 2010 PS3 game God of War 3 may not only be returning via the PlayStation 5, but also returning as soon as next year in 2024. As for the rumor, it literally actually comes from a source that typically operates in the Xbox sphere, Nick Baker. Now, it's always nice because typically people who do have a pretty big run through of, just leaking and stuff like that do have a little bit a validity to their comments, but it's nice to go and see. So I'm a person for a long time has bemoaned the direction God of War went somewhat, and have yearned for the hack and slash God of War games, which I kind of miss to myself. I never played it, but I think I'd almost prefer that, because that's almost say PlayStation right now has that very third-person, over-the-top play style. Think Last of Us, God of War, Horizon, which I think they do very well with. I enjoy those genres. Think even Alan Wake. But when it comes to that stuff, sometimes you want to go and have that hack and slash, fun, nitty-gritty vibe, and that's something I think they're actually missing right this second. So I don't mind the direction God of War went, but not everything has to be very dramatic, really dramatic storytelling. Think Last of Us, Uncharted, God of War. I like it, but though I also don't mind the mix-up too as well, if that makes sense. Hopefully it's not too much of a hot take. So I just love them so much, and when I heard this might be happening, I told a friend of mine who also loves the God of War games and got very excited, and I heard we might be getting the OG God of War trilogy remastered on the PlayStation. Saying they're not 100% sure it'll be announced in 2024 and released in 2024, or more so released in 2025. That kind of goes back to the Wolverine game too. That part I'm not clear on, but what I have heard is the OG God of War trilogy Trilogy remaster is coming. So I'm not sure if it's gonna be like a one by one, where they keep on doing a remaster of like they do one and they resell it, and then they do two, then they resell it, kind of how they've done, like, with Last of Us or whatever. But or they're gonna do all three of them put together. Now, if they put all three of them put together, that's gonna be very, very nice, because I would sit there and do like a massive God of War playthrough, run through, and I think it'd be really fun to see it. So I'm excited. So say that's just the extent though of the rumor. There is no mention on who is making it as well, which is kind of intriguing. Some people might be saying it might be on the Blue Point, which has done other prior remasters to somewhat pretty decent reception. And as well, some people are also saying that maybe Santa Monica Studio will shepherd the project as the series creator and caretakers, although right this second, it's all speculation. Although at this point, I'd probably go and say that it's probably in regards to probably Santa Monica Studio. If they make the OG, they probably have the assets, they probably know what they're expecting, and at the end of the day, like, yes, this is, like, I'd be excited for this. So let me know if you guys want to go play this 2 as well. They're saying it was the original Trilogy 2 as well, so maybe no extension, but at the same time, this is very, very cool and very good Christmas news for us. Now, to kind of also go and wind down, Ubisoft is also apparently in regards to their own major security breach and hack. Now, as I'm sure you guys have probably heard, Insomniac has lost a lot of information and did have it hacked and seeped out, and apparently Ubisoft was underneath the same exact vibe, or Ubisoft is investigating whether it suffered a breach after images of the company's internal software and developer tools were leaked online. Ubisoft is a French video game publisher known for well-known titles, including Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six, and I'm sure you guys know about the Avatar game too as well. Ubisoft told Bleeping Computer that they're investigating an alleged data security incident after security research collective VX Underground shared screenshots of what appears to be the company's internal services. We are aware of an alleged data security incident and are currently investigating. We don't have more to share at this time, Ubisoft said in a statement to Bleeping Computer. In a tweet, VX Underground says that an unknown threat actor told them that they breached Ubisoft on December 20th. Once inside the company's systems too as well, they said they plan to exfoliate around 900 gigabytes of data. So December 20th, an unknown threat actor, this is in regards to the VX Underground, compromised Ubisoft. The individual had access for roughly 48 hours until administration realized something was off and access was revoked. They aimed to exfoliate roughly 900 gigabytes of data, but actually did lose access. So as of right this second, we're not 100% sure if for some odd reason they still have access to it, if there's still anything going on with that, if they had like maybe a chance to get a partial version of the access to. There's always a chance they hit like 400 or so, like gigabytes, and maybe have a partial download. Although I'm not really sure exactly how downloads work, because sometimes I do have like a corrupted folder in file if I'm downloading stuff online, where maybe you have like, say, like 10 gigabytes, but you still have access to some, like, say, a PowerPoint or whatever it might be. And then sometimes you don't have the entire full 900 gigabytes of data. So it really is kind of a toss between the two. Like, I don't necessarily know how that works. So at the end of the day, they were also able to like basically access it, but it might be also good. Like maybe they don't have that much data as well. So as part of the alleged breach, the threat actor claimed they gained access to the Ubisoft SharePoint server, Microsoft Teams, Confluence, and MongoDB Atlas panel, sharing screenshots of their access to some of these services. So right now, all these big companies have been getting hacked, and this is not a good situation to be in. Like, I don't think a lot of folks are happy. These big companies might be losing like their future plans, future data, future stuff, employee information, which was the really big issue for Insomniac, which I feel really bad about. And I try my best to make sure I didn't cover any of that news as well. So MongoDB Atlas recently disclosed a breach, but based on their disclosure, it does not appear that this incident is related, and the threat actors told VX Underground that they attempted to steal data, Rainbow Six Siege user data, but they were also detected and also lost access before they were able to have that all breach. So once again, this is crazy to go and see how many of these big game industries are, number one, doing layoffs, but number two, also just having all their data just destroyed. Like, this makes me very, very sad to see. Now, thankfully, Ubisoft did seem like it cut it off. Again, both of these instances when it comes to Rainbow Six Siege, which I actually have played, so my data would maybe be in there, and as well as also the other very big 900 gigabytes, it seems like they did not have full-on access and were able to fully release them, which is nice to see. So Ubisoft was also previously breached by other various ransom gangs in 2020 who released portions of the Ubisoft Watch Dogs game source code. The company suffered a second breach in 2022 that disrupted its games, systems, and services too as well. And just overall, it just is rough to go and see. Like, we're just seeing all this big game industry having issues, like literally everywhere. It makes It's not good. And we're seeing data breaches everywhere. We're seeing information breaches everywhere. We're losing potential games. So it's just really sad to see. So I just want to go and let you guys know your information might be safe on Ubisoft. I'm pretty excited for a brand new God of War game. And also Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays if you guys care. So make sure you guys definitely get your last minute subscriptions on in for the giveaway. We also have the Twitter and Twitch room if you guys want to go and follow down below for bonus entries. And of course, check out the Amazon links in case you guys are curious. And I appreciate you guys all very, very much for watching, hanging out, existing. And you guys are all beautiful. Happy Holidays.